Hey, what's up? Welcome or welcome back to Blaze Adams 24/7, baby, where the tea is hot, even when it's not. And today, we're talking about Tory Spelling. The world met Tory Spelling when she was starring on the show Beverly Hills 90210, produced by her Moneybags daddy, Aaron Spelling. Now, Aaron Spelling, he was a big player in Hollywood during his time. He passed away actually on my birthday, June 23rd, 2006. And, he was a big time film and TV writer and producer. Some of his shows were Charlie's Angels, The Love Boat, Heart to Heart, Dynasty, and of course, Beverly Hills 90210. There was also Melrose Place, Charmed. I mean, so many hit shows. And because of this success, he was a rich man when he died. I believe he had like $500 million that he left mostly to his wife, Candy. He only left Tory and her brother, Randy, $800,000 apiece. Now, I know $800,000 is a lot of money, honey. But when you have $500 million and only 2 children and 1 wife to leave your things to, $800,000 is kind of a drop in the bucket. And so Tory and her mother, Candy, never had the greatest relationship. This has been documented. And Randy, he kind of went on his own path. So Tory, right before her father passed away, like a month before, she had left her then husband for her current husband, Dean. She and Dean were both married when they started hooking up. They had a whole affair and ended up leaving their spouses to get married. When this happened, her parents, Candy and Aaron, were not happy. About a month later, like I said, Aaron passed away. She only got $800,000. Now, according to an interview Candy did in 2014, she said Tory didn't get but $800,000 because she had reckless spending habits. She also, in so many words, blamed Tory for her father's death, saying that it broke his heart because she stopped talking to them for a couple months and then he passed away. Now, I think that's pretty harsh and maybe a reach to blame her separating herself from her parents for a couple months on the death of Aaron Spelling. I mean, that's kind of a lot. I mean, after all, Aaron Spelling was 83 years old at the time of his death. He had been diagnosed with oral cancer in 2001, 5 years before, and he died from complications of a stroke that he suffered 5 days before his death. So to blame Tory and her brief absence from them is pretty cruel. For Randy to also only get $800,000, I'm thinking that was just the plan the whole time. Now, Randy himself admitted to spiraling downward a whole lot after his dad passed away. He ended up getting addicted to drugs. But eventually he did make it into rehab, and now he's a life coach, living in Oregon with his wife, living a very normal, positive lifestyle. Now, Tory, on the other hand, has been living her life with Dean. They have 5 children, and the latest that I'm reading is that she and Dean are on the verge of divorce and currently living out of $100 a night motel. That, to me, is crazy. Supposedly, her house is being treated for mold. But to be staying in $100 a night hotel room versus the Beverly Hills Hotel, or even her mother's palatial mansion I'm sure she lives in. I don't know where Candy lives, but we're going to look at Candy's Instagram, because while her children are living these very normal, below poverty line lives, she's living the dream. She's living it up. Let's look at her Instagram. Okay, Candy Spelling Broadway producer, animal activist, philanthropist, mother, grandmother, mom to JJ. I think JJ's a dog. She acknowledges her children. She acknowledges that she's a grandmother. Here she is just 23 hours ago, enjoying beautiful and delicious fruit on my trip. So she's traveling to, and it says Mediterranean style. So she's in the Mediterranean, honey. Here she is with all her friends, living her summer life. Yeah, they're traveling on the move, she said. She's in Italy here. Says summer adventure. Here she is in Italy, room with the view. So this is the view from her room. Living the life. Here's JJ. JJ got the life that Tory and Randy didn't get in adulthood. Here she is, enjoying a delicious meal on a beautiful evening with good friends. Social Saturday. She says here, I'm having a wonderful time on my first trip to the beautiful Italian island of Ischia. Here she is running into Magic Johnson at dinner in Capri. Child, this lady is living. I'm grateful to Gucci for inviting me to their spectacular high jewelry event in Florence, Italy, which catapulted me through Europe. So she had a whole European tour. She's also thanking Da Vinci, Louis Vuitton, and Pharrell, because she went to Pharrell's Louis Vuitton fashion show. If you guys are on the internet, you saw all the pictures from that. So here she is with Jeff Lewis. He's a very famous design guy. She's hanging with the big dogs, child. Well, she is a big dog. And speaking of big dogs, here's JJ. Here she is with her late husband, Aaron Spelling. She wrote a book, Candyland. So she is an author. I wonder what her story, Candyland, is all about. Here she is with Tory and Randy when they were, looks like kids or preteen. Fun memories. And she tags her children. So yeah, honey, Candy Spelling, she is doing her thing, living her life, and unapologetic about it. So while her daughter and her 5 children are living out of a little $100 motel, she's traveling the Mediterranean. Okay, hobnobbing with all the big stars. She's in the circle. But let's look at Randy and his Instagram. Well, at least he has a check mark, Randy Spelling. So he's a life coach, speaker, and author. And looks like he just, is a motivational speaker. Life coaches who do speaking engagements, they actually make a really good living. Looks like he does a monthly membership for his high vibe group. He says, join a group of like-minded people all ready to change their habits and conscious beliefs that are holding them back. High Vibe includes 2 live monthly calls, monthly themes, including teachings, challenges, and activities, including an exclusive Facebook group for ongoing connection and support. I wonder how much his High Vibe monthly group costs. But yeah, these coaches, they make a lot of money, with the right clients, especially if they're doing group coaching and big speaking engagements. But he looks happy. He's living in Oregon. I don't know if he has children, but I know he's married. He's been married since 2010. Now let's look at Tory's Instagram. Tory Spelling, Tory of all trades, #messiness. Okay. She's adding MTV, 90210 OMG podcast, iHeartRadio, the BFF collection, QVC. She got all these things going on. But she ain't got no money. Here she is with the family. This was in June. I mean, one thing I can say about Tory is she looks good. She hasn't always looked great. This is her daughter, Stella, 15 years old. I remember when Stella was a baby. Didn't they have a reality show? I think she and Dean had a reality show back in the day. I remember when all the drama about her affair and getting married to him had happened, and his ex-wife had gone on this whole tirade against them. I remember all of that. Speaking of the ex-wife, here she is here pictured with Dean, because did you know they tried to make a go of a podcast like I think November of last year. They only got in 2 episodes before Dean ended up storming out and quitting because Tory and his affair got brought up. They claim he knew what it was all about, but it didn't last. And that's crazy to me. How did Tory feel about that? But you know what? That's a whole other video. So let's talk about what they're reporting in today's news. Tory Spelling and Dean McDermott hit with $324 New York City state tax warrant amid money woes. In Touch is reporting this. Let's see. Both Tory 50 and Dean 56 were listed on the state tax warrant filed on April 20th, 2022. The tax lien was discovered amid their ongoing money problems. Tory and Dean were previously hit with a state tax lien for the amount of $31,091 in 2018, a judgment lien for $17,730 in 2017, federal tax liens for $184,390 in 2017, $707,000 in 2016, and a state tax lien for $259,108 in 2016. So anybody have a calculator to add all these judgments up? Because, I mean, we're talking over $1 million, obviously. The tax liens are not the Beverly Hills 90210 star's only money problems. In 2020, money from Tory's bank account had been seized after she refused to pay back debts she owed to American Express. The court ordered a writ of execution in March 2020, and it was executed by the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department in April 2020. Before the ruling, the California native owed $88,731.25 to the credit card company. She paid off the total debt in April of 2022, according to The Sun. Tory's money had been seized after American Express filed a lawsuit against her in October 2016. A default judgment against her was made in March 2017, which ordered the actress to pay the back amount she owed. Not only are Tory and Dean dealing with money issues, but they're also believed to have marital problems. The open-range actor took to Instagram in June to announce his divorce from Tory after 18 years of marriage. He said it was with great sadness and a very heavy heart that after 18 years together and 5 amazing children, that Tory Spelling and I, he tagged her, have decided to go our separate ways and start a new journey of our own. He wrote in the caption, adding, "We will continue to work together as loving parents and guide and love our children through this difficult time." However, he deleted the post less than 24 hours later. So a post and delete a divorce announcement. Who does that? Tory, meanwhile, defended staying in a $100 a night motel with their 5 children amid their rumored split in July. The couple, who tied the knot in 2006, shares kids Liam 16, Stella 15, Hattie 11, Finn 10, and Bo 6. So $100 a night, 7 nights a week, $700 a week. That's not cheap. And actually, a more recent report said that Candy has been there for her grandchildren to help support them, and that she claims to plan on being there for Tory and the children in the future. So if that is the case, then that's good news. Are you a parent? You know you would do whatever you can for your kids. This is what she told TMZ when a cameraman asked her about her living situation. And when asked if she was blindsided by the split, Tory simply states, "I've always looked better on my own." So I don't know what went on behind that palatial mansion that they grew up in. They lived, the life as children and young adults before the father passed away. Everything was at their disposal. I think Tory, she even was handed that part on 90210 because let's face it, she was not that talented, nor was she that attractive. But all that to say is that she grew up, I think, spoiled, only to have the rug pulled from under her as soon as her father passed away. I'm wondering if she would have stayed married to her first husband and never met Dean, never messed with Dean, would she have gotten more favor from her mother or from even her father in his will? I don't know. Because Randy, what did Randy do? Randy said he spiraled and got addicted to drugs after his father passed, but maybe he was already on drugs. Behind closed doors, you really never know what a family is going through. So, nobody is here judging because we are all human beings. We all go through things. We all have ups and downs and have moments. So all that to say, I hope Tory pulls out of this. Sounds to me like she's had a hard time ever since her father has passed away. Even when she and Dean were supposedly happily married, reports about them with having money problems was always in the blogs and the news. I know when researching for this video, I found out that earlier on when Tory got together with Dean, Dean stopped paying his son, who was 19 at the time, his rent for his college dorm. And Tory ended up picking up the bill because she said Dean didn't have any money. So she didn't want Dean to go to jail because the ex-wife had been going to court about his financial problems and him not being able to pay for her household. So Tory ended up picking up the bill. And I think the mom probably stepped in on that too. So Tory and Dean have been going through money issues from the beginning. Sounds like neither of them have much financial literacy in their background. And now I'm even wondering if Dean left his wife and his family for Tory because he thought she was a meal ticket. I mean, anybody who knew Tory at that time knew that Pops was Mr. Moneybags, but didn't work out that way. But listen, that's all I got. Keep these people in your prayers, child, including me. Keep me in your prayers too. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And yeah, till next time. Bye.